The emotional connection with the audience was emphasized in some strong ways in this course about opening up and being honest and connecting not just with logic and information, but with heart and passion. My name is Mike Berry. I'm an associate pastor at New Life Community Church in Chicago. Communication skills are very important in any sort of ministry. It's a very relational role. You're constantly dealing with people in person, and now, of course, video, texting, phone, this, that, the other, email. There's a ton of communication, and your skills are going to affect how you connect with people, how you're able to influence people, how you're able to understand people, and how you're able to help people. There's communication all day long in ministry. Some of the things I learned in this course included understanding the audience, trying to understand where they're coming from, what their needs are, listening to them, powerful concepts. Some of them I've heard before, some of them had a new angle that was brought out in this course, which really helped me. Things I hadn't really thought about as much that were emphasized in this course include nonverbal communication. And when I saw some of the examples, I had to cringe on some of those because I know I've had some of those bad habits. But it was a good reminder that we communicate not just with our words, but with our looks, the way our eyes, our mouth, our body language, all of that is so important. So that was a big thing that was emphasized. Also, the emotional connection with the audience was emphasized in some strong ways in this course about opening up and being honest and connecting not just with logic and information, but with heart and passion. So I really appreciated that emphasis in this course. I have been implementing some of the things that were talked about in this course. It was a very challenging idea to open up more, to be honest, and to try and connect with people beyond the information, but really heart to heart. There's ideas that I've heard some before, but honestly, I felt like this was a good push to implement them, apply them more. And the way it was emphasized in this course really gave me hope. It's something we can do. All of the things mentioned in this course are possible. They take discipline, they take a desire, an effort, a determination, but they're things really that any of us can grow in if we really set our mind to it and pursue it. The experience I had going through this course was very positive. I love the fact that it was broken up into a bunch of different sections as you go through. For me, it was on a laptop. Every section, you knew how many minutes it was, listening to Marcus, the presenter, teach, and you felt like you accomplished something every time you got a session done. And the questions afterwards were very helpful and really broke up the teaching into a part that was more active for us as listeners. So I enjoyed going through the course, found it very easy. I did about half of it one day and stopped and did about half of it the next day, but it was very easy to follow along. I absolutely think other pastors would benefit from this communications course. It's easy to fall into a rut and do things the same way over and over. Also, it's common in ministry to not really get a lot of feedback, either because people are just used to the way you talk or they don't think it's their place to give feedback. So I felt like this is a great third-party, neutral party, so to speak, teaching and giving some challenging ideas on how to communicate. And again, I think many pastors would find, like me, an emphasis on connecting heart to heart. A lot of people in ministry emphasize the truth primarily and don't really emphasize the relational side as much in communication. But we communicate not just with what we say, but how we say it. So I think there's other people in leadership in church that would find that very helpful to have that emphasis in this training as well. One more thing about this course that is so helpful is the concepts were explained in a way that are easy to repeat to others. Some of the ideas here are things that make sense and simple enough that it's easy to remember them and pass them on to others. So it's a good course to take not only for yourself, but also to help you teach others to communicate in a more effective way.